We can hear you well.
Okay, sure. Okay, so good morning to Dr. Lim and Miss Norayu. So
Afternoon.
today, pardon.
Afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah, sorry. Good afternoon to Miss Norayu and Dr. Lim. So today I would like to present to you my FYP, which is a blockchain-based food supply chain traceability system. So basically, this application, what it works is actually tracking the whole supply chains back, which is letting the end user to track. So basically, why do we actually implement blockchain into these applications? So as you can see, these statistics in financial services, there are around 46% already starting in implemented blockchain because blockchain is quite secure, and the first thing that a lot of big companies started that, and small companies are not certain. This is why, because it's quite a heavy technologies, and they require a lot of knowledge and skills, as it is very new technology. And as well, blockchain is one of the purposes to secure all the data and actually making all the data to be transparent to the participants. Okay, so in these applications, I have three layers of phases. So basically, the first phases is the IoT. Okay, this is the IoT, and I'm using in ESP32 and the sensor, which is DHD22. So what basically the sensor is working is the humidity and the temperature. So we are taking both data, then send it into our MySQL, and this MySQL is actually working as the participant database. So which means that all the companies are already having their own databases in their companies. So this is what MySQL represents, and then we will be collecting all the data from all the MySQL databases. Then collect it, then we merge it into the MongoDB. Then only we plug it into the blockchain, all right? Then all the data will be retrieved from the blockchain, which is the applications, the dashboard in phase 3. So this is the phase 2. We are using Hyperledger Composer and Fabric. So basically, Hyperledger Fabric can work alone without Hyperledger Composer, because Hyperledger Fabric is actually the blockchain, and Hyperledger Composer is actually to assist the Hyperledger Fabric to work in GUI. So we does not need the console or either the others applications to actually type all the codes or generating all the files, all the stuff. So it's very easy. And as well, Hyperledger Composer is actually deprecated, but it's the latest version is still open to the public. I hope that it actually will be updated soon by the team again. All right. So in the phase 3, this is the user interface. I'm using PHP, PWA, and jQuery. So as well as HTML and CSS for the interface, right? So right now I will start my demo section. Okay, so I was starting from the Arduino. All right, so this is the Arduino code. The first part, what we are doing is we are actually in the setup part, which is the initial starting up. We will be doing the connecting to the Wi-Fi. So it's actually connecting to my my handphone hotspots. All right. So after that, it will actually try to check whether is it connect. If it is not connect, then it will keep on looping until it's connect. Then it will go to the loop function. So basically, in Arduino, there are two functions, which is setup and a loop. The loop one will be keep on running until the IoT is closed, and the setup parts will only runs once, right? So in the loop parts, we are actually taking the humidity and the temperature. So right here, this is the library, DHT. Then we are getting the temperature and the humidity. Then we convert into the string. Then we see it in the console whether is it getting the temperature or humidity or not. Then we actually send the data into the servers. Then we will be saving in the servers in the MySQL database. All right. So so far is it good?
Okay.
Miss, there's no response. I don't know whether you guys hear or not.
We are listening. We are listening.
We are listening.
Okay, sure. Okay, so right now I will change my computer. Let me change a while. So you can see, you see my webcam, right? You can see my webcam, right? Yeah, this is actually the ESP32, all right? And this is the DHT22. So basically my whole supply chain, there are four parts, which is two logistics and one materials warehouse and another is a manufacturer. So basically the material warehouse will be sending by the logistics then to the manufacturer to actually produce the product. Then in other logistics, which is sent to the retailer, right? So I have two sets of this. Another set is right here, right? So right now I will be plugging this to my computer or any else anywhere with the USB plug. So then it will start running. So right here, you will have the rates light, which is to actually shows the ESP32 is running. And the blue ones is actually showing the DHT22 is working. Okay, you can see my screen right here, right? Another screen.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, sure. So right now I'll be showing my database. Okay, since this is running. Okay, let me explain this part. So basically what this database, I have four databases here. This database is actually going to be deleted. We are not using anymore. So right now we are only having materials, material logistics and manufacturers and the customer logistics. So as I say, this material will be storing all the material warehouse data. And right here we'll be having all the materials logistics data. So in the material logistics, we'll be saving all the condition, which is from the sensors, EHT22. All the sensors data will be collected here. Then it will be saving into the blockchain after that. Then right here, this is the customer logistics, which is another parts of it. All right. And right here is the manufacturer. So the manufacturer will be storing all the products and this is the most important part, which is the barcode. So basically, in the phase 3, there will be a QR code given to plug it into the product. Then the users will be scanning it. Okay. So right now, I'll be trying to run the IoT. Sorry, give me a minute. My Wi-Fi is lagging. Okay, right now right here it is showing the sensor is working. So right here we have collected one data right here. So the data will be actually collected each second. So in IoT, one thing is that the Wi-Fi should not be lagging. So if it is lagging, then the data is cannot collect correctly, right? So right now I'll be going to the PHP part first. So basically in the PHP part, the IoT will be using this PHP. Okay. So in the PHP, what it's actually doing is using the PDO to actually insert the data into this database. All right. So basically there will be an API key which sends from the IoT. Then in the PHP, there will be one API key as well to actually check that this API key is correct or not. Then it will only insert. If the person that does not have this API key, then it will not be inserted. Even is trying to using the from the URL to use the request parameters, it will not be working unless it has this API key. All right. So this is basically in the PHP parts. And right now I'll be going into the blockchain. Okay. So basically in the blockchain parts, they'll be having the Docker containers, and the Hyperledger composers, and as well the Fabric. All right. So basically, what I'm using Docker's watch PS, because this part is actually to watching the Docker containers whether is the Hyperledger is it running or not. Because basically sometimes the network is not installed or something else. It's easy for us to actually debug something. So basically right here, we can actually seize everything in this part, and it's actually running in each seconds. All right. Then right here, we will be starting exporting the versions in 11. Then we will be starting our fabric. Then the fabric will be start up running until it is finished running. Then it will say exiting right here. Then we will go into the files. The files is actually generated in a default file. So basically, it is all default. The codes you can change. After that, you have two choices to change whether you want to change with Visual Studio codes, or you can change it in the Hyperledger Composer. So basically, I'm changing in the Hyperledger Composer. So the first thing that before that, because I already have this file generated. So before that, actually, I am using 0.1 versions to actually edit it. So basically, right here, I've installed my files into the business network, which is the Hyperledger Composer. Then after that, I start my network. If there's errors right here, it will actually shows that it's not working. All right. So right here is actually commented succeed. Okay. So after that, what I'm doing is I'm opening my Composer Playground, which is something like an editor. All right. Okay. I'm showing the Composer. So right here, this is my Composer. And right here, you can actually edit everything you want. Then you can actually deploy changes or export it. Like I said, you can actually export it become to a BNA file. Okay. Then after that, if you would like to deploy it again to the business network, then you can actually deploy it again. Right. So this is the part, the model file. What in the model file are doing is actually something like databases. Right. There is participants, assets, and transaction. There is three parts. But right now in this project, we are only using participant and assets. So the basic parts. The participant parts is actually something like a customers or either the companies or something stuff. But right here, I'm storing just companies' data. So after that, what I'm doing is actually to store the participant and the asset. The assets will be the product. The product parts will be having the product ID, which is identified as a primary key, and as well the data is actually in a JSON string. So basically, in the MongoDB, there are the whole strings of the data, which is in JSON format. Then I'll be throwing into this column, which is the string data. So right here, as we can see, we have the data right here. So it is actually in a string part, in a JSON string. So right here, you can see that this is actually one of the blockchain functions, why blockchain is so secure and everything. So basically, what you are doing, blockchain is actually tracking. So even as you try to delete the product, or you try to delete the customer, or you try to delete the users, everything is showing right here. The time and the date and the participants, everything is right here. So as you can see right here, I have added the assets and the participant. So you can see everything right here. All right. Then you can actually view the record, what you have actually edited, or what you have actually trying to insert into it. Okay. So this is the part of the blockchain. And before that, because right here we have the applications, which is the dashboard, right? So basically, we need to connect into the applications from into as well, communicate with our blockchain and the applications. So basically, in the middle part, we need to have our REST API. So in this part, the Hyperledger Composer actually actually already having the composer REST server. So basically, we just need to actually set up it by using our business network card that we have been generated, and as well the namespace and all the API keys. So basically, you can actually shows that you want to use the API key or not. It's up to you. But right here, I'm actually using the API key, which is hash using by a SHA-3, and as well enables the authentication. I will not be enabled. It's actually for the GitHub part, and as well I'm using the test interface. So this test interface is actually right here. So this is the part that all the APIs that you can use, which is using the jQuery to connect it. And as well, you can actually use PHP as well, but right here I'm straight away just using jQuery to communicate with it. So, and you can actually try it out right here. So you just type anything, then you can try it out over here. So as you can see, right here is actually showing unauthorized. Okay, because that we didn't give them give to the API the keys that I provided right here. So it will shows unauthorized. So basically, the anonymous participant that would like to go into this API key, it will not actually access. All right. So right here, it will shows that if you want to enable dynamic logging, just leave it blank because I will not using that. And as well, if the public using WebSocket, yes, and as well the TLS is actually for the SSL. I just put it no. I'm not using HTTPS. Okay, so right here you can see all the parts that it's actually something a log, because if you inserted fail or you insert successfully right here, everything it will be shown. Okay, so right now I'll be starting my local host. Okay, this is the part of the tech 2D. Let me sign out. So right here, I will be register a new users. Okay, just a moment. Right here, I'm showing you. Right here, I have only one customers. Okay, so right now I will insert another one. So once it is actually successfully inserted into the blockchain, it will actually take you back to the login. So right now, let me refresh. So right here, as you can see, there is a blockchain. The blocks that are inserted into this participant blockchain, right? So right now, I'll try to log in. Okay, so it will come into this dashboard part. What the dashboard do is actually to track the product, like I said, for the end user to track the product. And as well, you can view the profile to actually let them edit their own profile. Okay, let me load for a while. So right here, as we can see, what assets that will be inserted or it will not inserted, it will show right here. As we can see right here, it's showing that error inserted to assets because it is actually inserted into the blockchain already. So it will not insert again. So it will show error inserted to assets. So if it's not inserted, then it will show successfully inserted. So basically, it will keep on checking and updating if the users refresh or going into one of the page, it will keep on refreshing. So right now, I try to change the username. Okay. So it will show right here. It's actually edited. And right here, it will actually edited as well. All right. So I will change back. So in the track product part, you can actually use the QR code scanners that is provided, or you want to use the just type it manually also can. So let it load the repo. Sorry. So right now it's loaded successfully. So I will try a product. I'm using this ID, which is the barcode. Then I'll try to insert it. Then it will show the graph right here. This graph is actually blank because there is no because it's actually another IoT. All right. So I will not try it again. I've tried this one. So let me open this. So I have all the data right here, which because my IoT is actually keep on running, so it will keep on running until I stop this IoT. I unplug this IoT. So basically, you can see all the data right here in this graph that's shown, and as well the product informations and the expiry date and manufacturer date, and as well from the manufacturer to the vendors, which lorries and which drivers and which containers, everything from the companies and the customers. And as well, right here, we have the materials to the warehouse to the manufacturers. We all have the information right here, the date and everything. So basically, the users can actually try to track the humidity and temperatures, and as well all the information if they want to contact to the like if they buy Tesco products, then the Tesco products is actually contaminated or something or is spoiled, then you can go back to the customer services. Then they can actually provide them this information, or they can straight away just contact to the companies that provided all these materials, which parts or which parts in the supply chains that are having these problems and they still continue it. So basically you can track it from here. So all right, so basically this is what my application is doing. So right now I will pass to Dr. Lim and Ms. Nora Yu to ask me some questions regarding my applications.
Okay, Dr. Lim, you can proceed.
Okay, Derek.
Yes.
Your presentation very interesting.
Very I thought
Actually,
having
I
problem.
hope that you put all the information that you have presented in your report as well.
Oh, okay. Because in the part that when I'm doing the report, right, I saw that I forget to actually screenshot the information part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, just now where you just last shown, right, like how the blockchain can show data from tracking from the driver, the supplier until reach the customer, all the tracks, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
all this information, but I don't see why you don't put all this information in your report. I don't see your sample.
I didn't put a.
You don't
Uh,
put. That's why I was searching right, left, middle, center. Mana tu.
I see, I
Don't
see.
put. That's why
Right.
in my
It's
comment,
my fault.
one of my comment is, where is the real case data? Now I see your real case.
Yeah, it's actually in Viva.
Yeah. But your report is none. Your report even show me the test cases for like your login, your local host.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't show this. And your video is much clearer than your report. You
Okay.
do in a rush, is it, your report?
Huh? Pardon?
Your report you do in a rush, is it?
Yeah, because basically, I'm personally not like to actually write reports, and yeah. Actually, I'm quite a rush because basically this application I just finished it in before around very rush before 1 week, and I try to rush the report, and that's the problem that came into the report. Because I'm more focused into the application instead of the reports.
Okay, I tell you what, your report no page number one.
Huh? Got
The one
below?
I got tak ada. Am I reading the last version or not? FYP document final.
Yeah, correct.
There is no page number in my version. And then in some of the figure, if you are opening your report, your figure number is tak tally one. Which means in your report, let's say put into in your diagram is figure 11 use case diagram. Then in your writing you write in figure 2.4.1.1.
That one is, I read the generator, right? It won't be wrong.
You cannot blame generator. It's your report. How am I going to read like this? I like, reference mana ni?
Okay.
You have to make it consistent. It's not only one, it's many figures and the captions and in-text all also not consistent like this. So you have to really aware, okay? So to me, no matter how good your technical the subject is, whatever, how good your things is, a report must be complete. And it must be readable. At least like the format is correct, the page number is there, the referencing is correct, then you are fine. So to me, you have done a good job. Your technical things, I have no doubt at all. I have no question on your technical things. You really explain a lot, very good. And also, this is considered as employer project, right? You work as an external project, right?
Yeah, correct.
So I believe that you should able to fulfill all the expectations of your external party. So that I have no issue, because I could see that you clearly periodically do all the works on time with this far. I'm fine with your work. Actually, I have no issue with your work at all. It's just that your report, the glaring part must be fixed lah.
Okay, just one question. Which part the figure I have not I've putting 2 point. Huh?
Figure 11. You go and find where is your figure 11. It's in chapter 2.4, system features.
Is it because inside the paragraph, is it? You mean
Inside the
refer?
paragraph,
You mean I refer from the?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I understand that already. I know what is the problem already. Okay. It's actually my fault.
Cannot let the problem come to me. Then you will potong maka.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So,
you have also mentioned that the figure 2.2.1, 2.2.1.1 below, but the figure is figure 4.
yes, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know what's the problem. I changed the because Norari told me to try to insert with generated Word. Microsoft Word can actually generate the content table content of figures. Then I didn't change inside the figure of the paragraph there.
That's why you have to edit it. Finally, other than that, I'm fine. So I hope that in your final copy that you submit, right, you need to revise your cover page. Do you know that?
I already revised it. Did you guys receive it, or Danny submit
No,
to you guys?
never mind. That one only for Danny.
Okay.
Just for submission purpose. I will not use this copy, but I hope that when you do the final hardbound and especially the final version that you submit, please make your page number and all this figure number correct. It's important.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
you cannot do this small mistake to let people like catch you, catch you like that. Now you go out work, you don't do this mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. That's all from me, Narayu. I'm glad with his work. It's a very good job.
It is.
Okay,
Actually,
thank
it's
you.
very complicated. It's very complicated project.
Yes, and
he managed to do everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good job, Derek.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Anything you want to clarify with us?
No. So basically, one more thing. When do I get my results?
Result after our exam board and everything lah. Would be around end of month probably, or early next end of month lah, around that lah.
Okay. Because my company is asking the FYP marks.
Or probably, and I tell you end of month lah. We need to finish the Lincoln exam board first.
Okay, sure.
You can personally ask me lah, then I will heads up to you lah, if you need it a little bit earlier than others.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No. Good job. Congratulations.
No, okay. Thank you.
Enjoy your internship.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Norayu and Dr. Lim, for giving a chance to present. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Take care. Bye bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.